I am Netter, not because I claim to be the source, but because I seek to align with the living principles the source has written into existence itself. That is the difference many people never stop to examine. To be Netter is to look toward Ra and recognize a reality that greets every living creature every single day. Whether you are rich or poor, whether you are religious or a so-called atheist, whether you live in Africa, Asia, Europe, or the Americas, the sun rises. It gives light. It gives warmth. It sustains life. It asks for no passport. It demands no denomination. It waits for no translation. Now ask yourself another question. What does it mean to say God? What does it mean to say Thor? What does it mean to say Zeus? What does it mean to say Odin? These are names that belong to particular cultures, languages, and traditions. They carry the memory of the civilizations that preserved them. They tell us something about the people who spoke them. But Ra is not merely a sound. It directs your attention towards something you can witness with your own eyes. One points you toward observation. The others begin with a story. One invites you outside. The others invite you into a tradition. One rises tomorrow whether humanity survives or not. The others continue because humanity continues repeating their names. Do you understand the difference? I'm not asking whose tradition deserves more respect. I'm asking why so many people confuse a cultural name with universal reality. Humanity has inherited thousands of names, thousands of gods, thousands of sacred titles, thousands of prayers, thousands of revelations. Yet there has only ever been one sun warming this earth, one atmosphere sustaining breath, one cycle of seasons feeding every civilization, one gravity holding every nation to the same ground. Reality has never fragmented itself the way language has. Language divided. Reality never did. That is why I say, I am Netter, because I would rather align myself with what can be observed than spend my life defending words I never investigated. I would rather begin with reality than begin with assumption. I would rather understand before repeating. If tomorrow humanity forgot every religion, the sun would still rise. If tomorrow every dictionary disappeared, water would still flow. Fire would still burn. Seeds would still become forests. Children would still take their first breath. Reality would lose absolutely nothing. Only language would. Think carefully about that. The universe does not need your agreement to function. It never asked your permission to become what it already is. The greatest teacher has never stopped teaching. Humanity simply became distracted by its own vocabulary. So when I say, I am Netter, I am saying I choose observation over assumption. I choose reality before ritual. I choose understanding before repetition. I choose what the source demonstrates every day over what humanity merely declares. Because no civilization invented the sunrise. No empire authored gravity. No council voted the seasons into existence. No translator taught the stars how to shine. My brothers and sisters, do not mistake inherited names for universal truth. Respect every culture. Study every tradition. Understand every language. But never forget the first teacher. Look up. The lesson is already shining. It has been there every morning of your life. I am Netter. not because I claim divinity, but because I refuse to ignore the reality that has been teaching humanity since the first sunrise. Ashe.